Have you ever wondered if the things someone says can reveal more about their past than they intend? Today, we're diving into 8 common phrases women might say that could hint at a higher relationship history. While words alone never tell the whole story, certain patterns in conversation can sometimes offer clues about experiences and attitudes. In this video, we'll explore these phrases, what they might really mean, and why context always matters. Remember, everyone has a unique journey, and understanding comes from listening, not judging. Let's start by looking at the first phrase and unpacking what it could reveal. When a woman says, "I don't believe in labels," it often signals a desire for freedom and flexibility in relationships. This phrase can suggest she values experiences over traditional commitments, possibly indicating a more open approach to dating. It's important to note that not everyone who avoids labels has a high relationship count, but this mindset can sometimes align with a history of varied romantic encounters. The key here is to listen for consistency. Does she often avoid defining relationships, or is this a one-time comment? Context is everything, and understanding her perspective is crucial. Phrase, "I'm just living my best life," is often used to express independence and a focus on personal happiness. For some, it can also be a way to deflect questions about their past or current relationships. This attitude might suggest a history of exploring different connections without settling down. However, it's also a sign of confidence and self-assurance. When you hear this, consider the broader conversation. Does she talk about past adventures or meeting new people frequently? This can provide more insight into her relationship history. Someone avoids discussing their past. It can be for many reasons: privacy, discomfort, or simply wanting to focus on the present. However, if a woman consistently says, "I don't like to talk about my past," it might hint at a complex relationship history. This doesn't automatically mean a high body count, but it can suggest experiences she prefers to keep private. It's important to approach this with sensitivity, as everyone has chapters they'd rather not revisit. Respect her boundaries, but also pay attention to how often this topic comes up. Mentioning, "I have a lot of guy friends," can be completely innocent, but in some contexts it might indicate comfort with male attention or a social circle that includes many men. While this doesn't directly reveal relationship history, it can sometimes be associated with a more outgoing or flirtatious personality. Again, context is key. Does she mention past relationships with friends, or is she simply sociable? Understanding her social dynamics can help you interpret this phrase more accurately. Woman who says, "I don't judge anyone's past," is often signaling openness and acceptance. This phrase can also be a subtle way of seeking the same non-judgmental attitude in return. Sometimes it may hint at her own experiences and a desire not to be judged for them. It's a mature perspective, but if repeated often, it could suggest she had experiences she feels might be judged by others. Listen for how she frames this statement, and whether it comes up in discussions about relationship. Saying, "I'm not looking for anything serious," is a clear indicator of her current mindset. This phrase often means she's enjoying the present and isn't interested in settling down. While this doesn't automatically mean a high body count, it can suggest a pattern of casual relationships. It's important to respect her honesty and understand that everyone has different phases in life. If she frequently emphasizes this point, it could be a clue about her approach to dating and relationship. When a woman openly says, "I'm very experienced," she might be referring to life in general, but in the context of relationships, it can hint at a rich romantic history. This phrase is often used with confidence and can signal comfort with her past. It's important to remember that experience comes in many forms, and being open about it is a sign of self-assurance. Listen for how she describes her experiences. Does she focus on growth and learning, or is it more about number? As we've seen, the phrases women use can sometimes offer hints about their relationship history, but they never tell the full story. It's essential to approach these conversations with empathy and understanding, recognizing that everyone's journey is different. Words can reveal attitudes and experiences, but they should never be used as the sole basis for judgment. By listening carefully and respecting boundaries, we can build deeper connections and appreciate the unique stories each person brings. Thanks for joining us as we explored these revealing phrases. Remember, understanding always starts with an open mind.